What an amazing second day in Perth, Australia. I love it when it's blowing, the wind is super strong, and they have the small wings on. That means they're gonna be super fast. So, welcome back to Open Foiling, and here are our key takeaways from day two of sailing. The first race of day two started with a so close race. I don't think we've ever seen the top 8 boats all cross the line in 30 seconds. So they are all so close to each other. And that's really impressive because with strong wind, you would expect the fleet to span out a bit more. But in the end, they were very close. And Italy took the lead right from the beginning, but the pace of GBR was just too strong. They showed that when they went for full speed, GBR was so strong today and they were really unbeatable. And it was GBR that showed the progression along the weekend with bet improving results and finally marking a spot for the final. Key moment that stands out was what a pass just before the final arrival line on France. Was that maybe a preview to the final? And of course, we need to talk about the hometown heroes, Australia. But before we get there, please do subscribe. A lot of people are watching our videos, but not so many of you are subscribed. So please do, it really helps us out. Of course, likes and comments as well. So going back to Australia, they just made it to the final, classic Tom Slingsby. And yeah, they started very well, then had a few bad races on the first day. And then they came back today with a great results, booking their spot for the final. And after all that effort, they make an unforced error in the with a boundary penalty in the pre-start. Not so used to this, and they couldn't catch up in the end. Another team that stands out to me on day two was Canada, that saved their weekend really. They were really in a bad position after day one, and then they had very good results, and especially the last race, they won it, and that really saved the day. They made a lot of points, they passed Italy and standings. So, yeah, really saving it right at the end. And talking about the US, well, Saturday can set you up for the final, but on Sunday you have to deliver. And if you don't, well, we should ask USA team and Artemis as well that could not deliver today and they missed out on the final. For Artemis overall, great weekend. They ended fourth. I don't think they could have hoped for better. Well, probably they were hoping for a final after yesterday, but being a new team and getting on the ground with these conditions, these waves, wow, great result, arriving fourth. And as point number 5, we go back to the Brits. Emirates team GBR was just unbeatable this weekend. They showed not only the pace that you need, but also the tactics. Their tactics in the final were amazing so many times. France and Australia, the only thing they could do was follow them around the same mark. So that's really good when you're first and you see the other two boats just following you. You know you're doing something really well tactically. And as well, if we think about the speed, they were upwind, often the fastest boat. You could really see they could extend upwind and they were really pushing it. One thing I liked about today was you could see teams that were really pushing upwind with this wave, pushing the ride height because they could really gain. So that's very nice. We have a class that is one design, but then it's up to the sailors to push it 100%. And I think GBR made the difference. In the last race, also Italy, we could see they caught up a lot of positions because they were pushing very hard. They also lost a few, so interesting weekend for Red Bull Team Italy with some positives and negatives, but a mixed result in the end. But really impressive on the Brit side. They managed to secure a win, and after their win in Abu Dhabi of season 5, they start out strong. They're still the team to beat. So we're gonna see in Auckland, the city of sails, who's gonna manage to beat them or if they will be at the top once again. I hope you enjoyed this video and catch you for the next one. Remember, stay up and foiling.